fuck this jump. How you doing, everybody?
There we go. We lost our demonetization.
Wait, was that 1 second? All right.
Yeah, that was 1 second in, right on.
All right, good.
Right on cue.
But I finally did it. I'll show it off in a short for the channel when we get to this point. But fuck me, dude.
Yeah.
This jump sucks. We did see a video where they started very close to the edge and jumped, and I do think that made it slightly easier.
Oh yeah.
But you just can't break that first block. If you do, you can't get it.
Yeah. Screwed. And the guy that we did showed that he still had the momentum to jump up while breaking through stuff.
Yeah. But
that is cool.
But that is the third shot, and it's the third charge of your buster, because there's 3 different charges. I don't think we mentioned that yet.
Yeah.
There's, I think, green, yellow, and red or pink. So, password system in the original game there was no save feature, so you had to know the password if you wanted to play.
That's where you had like the notebooks of everything written down. Mom finally throws out like, "What are these codes for?" Throws them like, "No!"
Alright, so now we'll go back. We'll finally start doing some weakness stuff. Now we're going to go to Spark Mandrill.
Spark Mandrill?
And he is an absolute bitch. That's his weakness.
Spark Mandrill?
Spark Mandrill.
Sounds like a battery-operated boyfriend name.
It does feel like Bob. So, because we defeated Storm Eagle, we didn't see the stage pre-Storm Eagle, but you see some of the shipwreck in here. And there would be some electricity flowing on the floor, and we do have to backtrack in the stage, I forgot, with the boomerang cutter.
Oh, gotcha.
Because there is another... Down here...
Oh, it's showing like electrical blackouts. That's interesting.
Yeah, you would not have this... you need the boomerang cutter for that. You can't get it otherwise.
Gotcha.
Unfortunately.
That's very clever. Like, it's that type of level of like cleverness in game design that I think is lacking in a lot of modern day games.
I agree with you.
Because it's like, we've gotten so much in terms of like graphical appeal versus clever level design, where it's like, I don't know, like I get a little bit more jaded and more I start looking at games that are beautiful graphically but don't offer like this
gameplay.
Yeah,
I agree. Plus, this is sprite work, which always seems to age better than polygonal.
Oh yeah,
just seems to be how it is.
Cell shaded ages pretty well. Look at Wind Waker.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Wind Waker still looks fantastic, even on the GameCube.
This boss is different without the. So he's supposed to shoot electricity there. He can't. If he didn't defeat Storm Eagle, this mini boss would shoot you with electricity there. Now he's just a bitch.
He's like, eh.
I could use my shotgun ice to make this a little bit quicker.
Oh well, actually, is that the weakness now?
I mentioned. Now we'll just use the Storm Tornado on him.
That was pretty cool.
And he goes down, yeah. Storm Tornado. Storm Tornado is a awesome weapon. We're actually going to use that for this.
Yeah, like gameplay feature unlocked. Like this, like the idea that hey, you blacked out the facility. Like, a lot of game design, like a lot of modern game design, you wouldn't see something like that in terms of level progression.
No, and the fact that those guys are real easy with yeah, it sucks because this is such an interesting concept, and this is a game that came out again 30 plus years ago that came up with this, and it's not the only Max game that does it. X3 does it, and X6 does it poorly, but they do it. In fairness, they do it. I'll give them that. It's not done very well because the game was rushed and had no business being made. But they did do it, and it's interesting. These guys are
well, they're also giving you some insight. Well, I also think back to like even something that's more modern, like from Konami. No, you did not. You said you have to come back.
No, that was E-Tank. Fuck, I didn't grab the heart. You can grab the heart tank. We'll come back.
We'll come back. We have plenty of time.
We'll come back in the stage eventually anyway. Are you ready to see the big bitch? Oh shit, I shot too early. You could actually shoot too early and still do damage to him and not freeze him. You gotta shoot kind of when his arms start coming down to freeze him. Otherwise, he can get an attack off. But
wow,
he's not the easiest without his weakness. Without Buster only, he hits like a truck.
Yeah.
He can wreck you.
Well, there's one game feature that out of like any melee sort of game that's come out, I have yet to see like be repeated. It actually showed up on a Game Ranks video, like 10 game features that were innovative that we haven't seen since. Metal Gear Solid Rising: Revengeance. That's a mouthful. Number 1.
Yeah.
Number 2, it was an action hack and slash made by Platinum. So it was like either right after Vanquish or right before Vanquish after Bayonetta. Like they had a solid 3 years of like games that changed the industry.
Popper.
Oh,
by the way, you notice that bat's a little different?
Yep. There you go.
He has a very, very high likelihood of dropping extra lives.
So, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, you could hit your enemies until they start flashing like blue. Then there was a certain activated ability that you hit the left trigger, and you could cut them up into pieces. And you used one of the directional sticks to aim your slices, and you could cut them into hundreds of pieces. And the best part about it was any other cyborg enemies.
Go back here for another sub tank.
If you revealed their spinal column, and you did that on multiple enemies, you could go through and collect their spinal columns, heal yourself up, and get those upgrade points. And nothing's ever been seen from a game that uses that feature since. Like, we talk about games that don't use features that are innovative, that make them stand out. It's like, is it really that hard to emulate? Because I guess that's where I get bored with like modern day gaming. It's like no one's really wanting to push the envelope now.
No. They're scared to because of big budgets and they expect something. And
shareholders.
Yeah, exactly.
It's shareholders. Because let me put it this way. Even though the pandemic was horrible for local economy, if you had any shares during that time, you make bank.
By the way, you have to kill that thing because if he'll tear off part of the walls, and you won't be able to get that heart tank if it gets to that point. The flame wave will just absolutely wreck him, as you saw. It kills him super fucking quick, so that would be what I'd recommend.
Yeah, it honestly comes down to shareholders.
Yeah, that's a problem of a large part of our economy.
Yep.
That's a different discussion for a different day.
Hey.
That's peculiar. I wonder if we're going to be coming back and seeing this later. Foreshadowing.
Uh-oh.
We'll talk about that once that comes. But now we got Armored Armadillo.
Agent Armadillo.
He's can be tricky, especially if you don't have his weakness. But if you have his weakness, it knocks off his
He's just a plain Odillo.
Yep. If you knock off it using his weakness knocks off his armor, and he becomes vulnerable even when he's doing the rolling ball thing. Because if he's doing the rolling ball thing with armor, he's invulnerable.
Okay.
And he can actually absorb your charge shot as well, and kind of shoot kind of shoot it back at you if you didn't have. But with his weakness, he's, as is true for most mavericks in this game, weaknesses, they're a bit of a bitch.
Oh yeah. Well, it's kind of like what we've talked about in like Super Mario RPG, or I've talked about in Super Mario RPG. If there's a way to expedite the fight, oh yeah, I'm doing it.
Again, that's nothing new in the Mega Man series. If you ever played the last series, you know that you do the same thing.
Oh yeah.
All right, but where are we at?
Oh. If there's some backtracking you want to do, we got that time.
I think right now we're fine because we're gonna go Mandrill, but I want to wait until we get the boomerang cutter.
Because put it this perspective, in this part alone, you've done 2 bosses, done 2 stages.
Yep.
This is a 2-for-1, people.
That is 2-for-1.
Bargain.
But I think that will do it for this episode. Join us next time as we head to probably the hardest maverick in the game, Launch Oculus. Until then.
See ya.